Before I say anything about single motherhood, I want you to watch this video.
Do you understand how bad it has to be for a police force to hold a press conference calling out a group of women, telling them, stop reporting your husbands. Stop calling us for every little bullshit you have in your married home. Do you understand the level of insanity it requires for cops to hold a press conference telling you that half the shit you call us for is not a police issue? That tells you the state of marriage, African marriages, as soon as they come to the West. Is you hear these narratives of how bad we are as men, as African men, and you have the Metropolitan Police, which is the British police, holding a press conference saying, look, Nigerian wives, half the shit that you call us to complain about, to report your husbands about, are not issues. Like, do you know how many times they have to deal with this to hold a press conference? Do you know how many Nigerian wives come from Nigeria to the UK and suddenly the first little issue they have with their husbands, they decide, oh, now I'm in a Western country where women have power, women have rights, and you need to get the fuck out of here. And they pick up the phone. Do you understand how bad it is for a government to agency, a police department, to say, look, man, y'all tripping? So now take this into account and add that with the narrative of how bad African husbands are, and when their wives come to the West, they realize how free and how it's never been bad. It's just, again, I don't know any other race of people that will leave their home country and come to America or any other Western country and then start divorcing en masse because they don't want their... The only group of people who do that are us. It's so wild, huh?
In diaspora, so many Nigerian women have gotten to the point where it got to a point where even the white people are now saying, you people should calm down. Because of the advantage that so many women have these days of they can easily get big loan, get big money from the system of the Westerners or UK system of supporting single motherhood, which is a demonic agenda. Every home requires the presence of a man. A man is the pillar of every home. That is why before you go into marriage, before you go into anything concerning marriage, pray. Marriage is not for small children. It's not for children that will come to them and say, I'm married to you today and then I'll divorce you tomorrow. Single motherhood is a demonic agenda. Do you know why I say it's a demonic agenda? It tries to disrupt the structure of family, the oriental structure of family. Some people will argue there is no a must. Single motherhood is there. Traditional is there. Let me tell you, every home requires a man. Every child requires a man. Look at the vices that all the crimes that we are seeing in our society is as a result of this single motherhood. Many young men that are raised by a single mother, so many of them turn out to be criminals. Do you know the reason? The reason is simple. Women cannot control some men. In adolescent age, so many men grow into not falling out of control from their parents. It is the man that brings the discipline. It is the male energy that brings the discipline that a home requires for children to sit up. There is a dimension of love that a man brings. A proper man, I'm not talking about an improper man, because I know, as I'm talking about this, I know that there are some men that are not proper. A proper man brings the male aspect of love. There is also the mother dimension of love. All these things needs to be balanced in a home before a child can be properly groomed. If you go and check it, go and investigate, go and ask police, go and ask law enforcement agencies. Many of these young men that arrest, that involve themselves in crime, many of them are product of broken home. Yes, many of them are product of broken home. Many of these young ladies that go into prostitution are product of broken home. Go and check it. Many of them. So let's be careful of what we ask for. Let's be careful of what we are doing as a group of people. As adults, let's be careful of what you are promoting. You have influence and you are advising young girls not to be submissive to a man. Don't be submissive to a wrong man. That is why before, I used to tell even my male counterpart, before you look for a wife, make sure you are ready to be a husband. All these things are pari passu. If you are not ready to be a wife, don't go into marriage. Don't even give birth to children. There are so many people that live their life and they didn't give birth to children and they left this world. I'm saying this because our society there are so many bitter people. There are so many young men, young women that are very bitter about life. They regret existing because of wrong decisions of two adults that feel that they can have fun and then give birth to young people that came into this world and became a byproduct of chaos. Let's be sensible. Let's be sensible. Single motherhood is a demonic agenda. Very evil. It's an evil agenda. And everyone should stand up against it. It's an agenda. Even single fatherhood. None of them is okay. Either a male and female come together and agree and marry themselves and endure themselves and persevere and love themselves and submit to themselves, or let there be no bet. If I'm part of the government, I'll do it. Because single motherhood or single fatherhood is the problem of our society today. Problem of this whole chaos arising in our society.